So I was in the shower, I was cleaning my ass and making all sure it's all sparkly, spanky clean.
I'm not the funny one, I'm the pretty one.
Cock shots. I just checked myself out.
Candles, music, wine, and then lube up and get on top.
The glory hole's like a big theater. I've imagined your family.
Which means your pants had better come off. Mama needs playtime.
We're not sluts.
We just love love.
Hello, this is not Mr. Adam.
This is not Mrs. Adam.
That was lame.
I'm sorry. I'm used to saying
And you're
baby doll.
with By the By and Our Secret Spot. We've taken over their podcast for the evening. Say hello, Mr. and Mrs. Adam.
Hello.
Through clenched teeth while holding an AK to their head. Oh, you take over. I can't do this hosting thing anymore.
God, you're so bad at hosting.
I know, what's wrong with you?
He's out of his environment. He's used to being at the club.
Ooh, and we're not at the club.
No.
We're at our club, which
right.
is your house.
So I should be totally comfortable, even more
Yeah, no, you
comfortable.
should be even better.
I should be in my underpants. Wait a minute.
You are, kind of.
You are in your underpants. Well, I'm in my underpants.
What, I wear Hulk undies? Like, just
Are
in
you wearing
case
underpants?
I am wearing underpants.
That's a change.
Do you normally go commando?
In those
No.
particular shorts, yes, you do.
In these particular shorts I do. And you can see the distinct outline of my...
Genitalia?
Penis.
And why are we not being treated to that tonight?
I know, rude.
I don't know.
After like a
I was
gourmet
cooking with
cooked
hot
meal.
oils. I don't need any splashes in certain areas where...
Rude.
Because look at this little 3 dots I've got on my arm here. That's some bacon grease.
Aw,
Can you imagine that on?
princess.
Can you imagine that on your pecker?
Can I give you advice? Whenever you're talking about your genitalia, never start a sentence with "Look at this little."
And spot.
And he spit right back
Look
in
at
his
this little spot.
Look at this little spot. I'm going to show you my little spot. Hello, spot. Hello.
That's because I like to surprise people. You know, I tell people little and use all these, sort of what are the adjectives that are.
I see what you're saying. So
Surprise, bitches.
you tell them one thing and then you give them something. That's why I always say I have a vagina.
Wow.
Want to see my clit?
The problem with that is that it's a brown eye, not a pink eye.
Oh, shit. Can I swear? Shit.
With a corn kernel and a peanut admiral.
Oh my god. That's great. Well, this is a new record. 2 minutes in, we've already lost control of everything. Okay, so let's try to rein it in.
Deep breath, start again.
So we are here with, of course, the law and baby doll.
Oh, that's right. We're the law and baby dolls. I got so wrapped around what we weren't. I didn't say actually who we were.
You so
Florence.
much wanted to be Mr. Adam, didn't you?
I know.
Yeah, he's
Everybody
such an
wants to
awesome
be me.
guy.
Anyway,
Do.
the legend. I know. You can say it. It's all right.
Yeah. How'd you know? You just took the words from my mouth.
I'm like Bigfoot. There's only blurry photos of me. Okay, so we're here to talk about the club.
And what club is that?
I don't know. What club is that?
I'm taking my socks off.
The
It's
hidden
getting
spot?
serious.
The hidden spot. Our hidden spot.
I'm pretty
I love
sure.
actually that's something that you
People
you can
say that often.
Yeah, the random names that we hear it get called.
So let's
Yeah.
start
Okay,
with that. Let's
yeah.
start right there. So if each of you all have some of the random names that you've heard your club be called.
The hidden spot. Come on.
The hidden spot. Clever.
I think the most common is my secret spot or
The
the
secret?
spot, something
Yeah.
like that. They
Or
don't use the
secret
word
spot.
owl.
Just like secret spot.
I'll take secret spot. That's the name, kind of, but they replace the word owl with something else. Then it's secret is almost always there.
That's a plus.
Yeah, so it could be the secret place, the
Secret area.
our secret place.
The red secret.
Yeah, I don't know.
The secret.
Only a week out of the month.
And they'll be saying it to us. Like, it's not even we're out and about somewhere. They'll be inside the club with the name,
Everywhere on the
everywhere
towels,
on the towels, on the pillow sheets, on
Yeah.
the walls, on the business cards.
You're
right
usually
in front
wearing
of
a
them.
shirt.
But reading is hard.
It is hard for some
Yeah,
people.
that's difficult.
It's
That
fun.
eye level sign that says no drinks upstairs. That's a fucking challenge for some people. I tell you.
God.
Is that why they take the sign down all the time? Okay, guys, that was not because of my joke. That was because Laura's dropped all his shit.
No, it was your joke. we'll edit that in post. Where you're hilarious.
Yay!
So it is our secret spot. Where did the name come from?
The name was actually chosen by my former business partner, and they came up with it. There was a list of names that we came up with, and they were all in the same sort of...
I'm kind of curious as to the names that didn't make it as well.
I couldn't even
I think
remember.
there was
I could go
one that
through
was
some of
like
the old emails.
the club spot or something. Like they were pretty generic names. There wasn't anything outrageous like the unicorn place or anything.
Yeah,
It wasn't like a blue balls on the list or
No.
anything
Blue
like that.
balls,
But
sex
they're
only place.
all similar in theme, as they wanted to convey a sense of community.
Yeah.
And eventually that's why we settled on our secret spot. So you could say this. The word "our" was actually very important, which is obviously when we hear it not being said, it's like, oh, you're missing the point of it's supposed to be all of ours to go to, is in the community.
Right, yeah.
And the rest of the phrase "our secret spot" is used is because that's a generic term where people go, we're going to our secret spot, where you could actually say the name of the club you were going to, and people still don't know where you're
What that
going.
means.
Man, I can't tell you how many times this kick message has gone over. Them. What are you doing this weekend? Us. We're going to our secret spot. Them. What secret spot is that? Us. No, the club. Our secret spot. Them. What club? Us. Our secret spot.
You've got to put it in
Them.
quotation marks.
Well, if you don't want to tell us, you just say we're not. It's your secret club that you don't want to tell us about. Us. No, seriously. And we send like a Google Maps link to your site.
We
And they're
may
like,
have to
So
try
we're
the
inadvertently
quotes.
ruining
Yeah.
friendships, budding
Great.
relationships.
Only
we're going to
with-
have secret flights. What jerks? They don't want
Look,
to tell us. We're fucking assholes.
If you can't figure it out, we don't want to be your friends anymore.
That's also good.
Wow.
So I look at you as part of the vetting process. If you don't know who you are or aren't quick enough to figure out what you are, then
You're not part of the
we're
crew.
totally okay with
If
it.
they can't do a quick Google search, then yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy. You might notice this now that you've got admin rights on the Facebook page. The random people who check into the
Oh my
club.
god, I've noticed it literally. So I got used to having one or two friends like something called my picture, and then all of a sudden a random like Bob Jane would go, "Oh my god, hanging out with my kids at our secret spot," and they tag
And
themselves at this beautiful park, and picture of their kids, their family, their cousins are in the background.
And because they're starting to type our secret spot, and Facebook's going, well, this is the suggestion, and it comes up in that black bold print,
my god.
and they just go, yeah, that. And use us, and it's like,
Oh, I love it. That makes me happy.
There has been so
it's
many
so
people
good and so
that have
awful
done
at
that.
the same time.
I look
happens
forward to
every
the day
week.
that the Pope checks into our secret spot. Like, yes.
Malcolm
He was
Turnbull checked into our secret spot.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of pictures of kids and I'm like, this is not cool.
There are no
Untag,
children allowed.
untag.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Over 18s only, please.
Yes.
Not please. Mandatory.
Needed. Needed.
Ah, shit.
None of this shit.
We'll fix that in post.
No, we won't.
Oh, God, Lawrence.
Oh, good. The police are here.
Great.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're a few drinks in tonight. Shocker.
That's new.
I know, right? Yeah, right. We never drink while
I'm pretty
podcasting.
sure last time I did this, I was pretty drunk.
You were.
I was pretty wasted.
It was great.
Sorry.
That's right. You started banging the table repeatedly to get your point across.
I'm not banging the table now.
Because it's glass. Please don't.
Yeah.
I think it was glass last time. No, it wasn't.
She can bang this side of the table.
And for
Yay!
everyone out there in podcast land who can't see, Mr. Adam and Baby Doll are sharing a microphone.
Yeah, we're on this side of the table.
We're on
Brown
the
chicken,
cool
brown
side.
cow, moo.
And the Law and I are
Ooh.
sharing a microphone.
Yeah, like 'cause brown
On the
chicken,
cool
brown
side of the table. I
Right,
don't know, yeah.
right. It's we're not as cool as them.
Look, this is how I flirt.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're watching a show over here?
Yeah, I know.
Why do we do cow noises at the end? That makes no sense.
I'm sure you're not supposed to have two opposing conversations at the same time.
Probably not.
Chicken
No.
bow wow.
I still think we need a
chicken brown
TV.
cow.
Oh!
Kentucky.
I said bound chicka wow wow.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, yes. So back to you.
Oh god. Getting precious.
So remind us, all of us, mostly me, how long have you had the club?
We
Just
Three and a
you?
half years.
3 now.
And how long has the club been like established?
Oh, sorry. So we've had it all together 3.5 years, and just us maybe 2 years. Just going on 2.
No, not that long.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah,
yeah.
a few
It's like
years.
it's just going on 2 because it's 3.5 fully, but sorry, just like it'd just be hitting 2 now for us.
Yeah.
So it's been a few years then.
Because
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
a month out
It would
from
be
my
2
birthday.
years next June.
No.
We took it over at the financial year of 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, not important. You could have given us a ballpark. We've all been happy with that. Anyway,
Exactly.
like let's rein it in. Rein it in. So, and we're flipping each other off over the table. That's great. This is why you two aren't allowed to sit next to each other. Exactly.
Damn it.
Okay, so we've all heard the story of and if you haven't heard this story, it's a great story. Go back and listen to some of our old podcasts about the butt scoot story.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's not go
But what I want to do is I want to ask you just some general questions about like your favorites and not favorites. So tell me, what's your favorite type of person that comes to the club? We'll start with him.
Who's him? The law?
You.
Yeah, the law.
The other
You
him.
princess,
Like,
honey, you.
No, Mrs. Adam. She's him.
It all has to do with attitude, really, at the end of the day. I don't really care what you look like or how old you are. It is all about the attitude. It's about coming in with it sounds so cliche, with an open mind, and they're just there to have some fun, and whatever happens, happens. And they're just excited to be out of the house, either not at work, not with the kids, not with the family, whatever. They're doing something together as a couple, having some drinks, meeting some new people, having a laugh. And if they get to have some fun with some other people, that's fine. And they understand that. Whereas some people who expect that they're going to be entertained and we're going to have to, I don't know, like what they want, they're expecting them to clip their toenails and I don't know. It's really weird. Some people just expect the world and it's not that place. You just got to just roll with it and just have some fun. That's my favorite type of couple where they're just happy to be there.
All right. And baby doll.
See, my couple is that really, really excited couple where it's their first time. They've got the jitters. They're coming. It's like you're going to, your first nightclub and you've just turned 18 or 21 for people in America. You're going out for the first time. It's like the most amazing experience. Everything is amazing no matter what it is, Their ups and downs. Yes, it's a great experience. They're the couples that I love talking to because they come with you with all these brand new questions, which, don't get me wrong, like, I have had so many new couples come up to me like, how do I do this? How do I deal with that? And I'm like, yeah, you do this, and this. Literally, these couples are like, oh my god, this is amazing, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make up with this person, my partner's going to do this. And it's because they're so excitable, I'm so excited.
No, I think that's fair enough. So, like, for us, when we're at your all's club, like, for me, I think of and I'm going to go back to the couple that we met at the activewear party. They were a young, new couple. I think this was the second time that they had been to a club. They had been in the, air quotes, lifestyle for 6 weeks. But they had done so much research together. They'd read books, and they had, like, prepared. So, everything that we said to them was like, yeah, that's a great, blah, 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 grr, this is grr. But they weren't that sort of sit in the corner and sit on their hands and be kind of scared and timid. They were very vocal and out there and excited to be part of the experience.
And I tend to agree with the law on that, is that a lot of it is attitude. Is that it's not as much, your background, where you come from, what you look like, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is your attitude. And if you're a fun person and you put forth a positive vibe, then people are going to be drawn to that, as opposed to, like Mr. Adams said, if you're sitting in the corner or you're negative, people don't want that. You really don't, especially in that kind of environment. And so I'm more drawn to personality than I am looks, I would say, for the most part.
I completely agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely people are mirrors. If you're positive attitude and you're excited when you go into something, people are going to tend to respond to you in the same way that you project. So,
and that doesn't mean that you have to be super outgoing and boisterous the whole time, because not everybody is. But it's still being positive, I think, is the main thing. Because you can still be kind of quiet, but still be positive and still be part of things. Don't remove yourself from the situation.
So, conversely,
Yeah.
I know that's where this question. So, and of course, not names, not specifics, but describe to us a couple that you were like, ugh, you don't belong here, or I don't want you here, or just tell us a horror story. We want to hear something bad, and we're going to start with, of course, Baby Doll this time.
My only other horror story is when that one couple that does not communicate to each other, and this single guy comes in and he's like, describe to this girl that he's, met once or twice, or one of their friends, and they're like, hey, come to this house party I know about. They come in, you can, at the door, it's hard for some of our staff, or even me, to see it, that they're coming in, they know each other, cool, I'm comfortable with them coming in, they know exactly what they're getting into. 10, 20 minutes into it, the guy's vanished and she's downstairs sitting down. I'm like, this is the horror story, because I'm like, this poor girl has been roped into this thing, coming in, and they're like, what am I doing here? What is this place? And you explain it to her, and she's like, oh my god, this is not me. Don't get me wrong, this does not happen often. Like, it does not happen, once a month or anything. But when it does, you're like, oh my god, this can't be the norm. So, we're walking upstairs, like, hey buddy, come downstairs, gotta go, gotta leave. That's my horror story. People coming into this not knowing what it is.
So I will say one of my favorite memories of the club is we're upstairs in the orgy room, and we had just finished, and I think you and I had showered off in the orgy room, and there's, 4 or 6 people on the bed, and the law comes up and looks at this dude and goes, hey, mate, you gotta leave. And the guy's literally mid-thrust, and he kind of looks over his shoulder, he's like, yeah, and you go, you have 5 minutes. I don't know. Arbitrary time. It doesn't fucking matter. Because you were not happy. And you stood in the door, arms crossed. You did that typical sort of,
Get out.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Secret Service stance, where you're cold as ice, just watching him fuck this girl.
Make it less awkward.
After, I don't know, you may have given him 2 minutes. You walked up and kind of slapped his ankle and went, buddy, you gotta leave. Take a couple steps back, and then you're leaning up with the TV behind you, and the dude still thrusting. He looks over his shoulder, he's like, yeah, I'm close, I'm almost done. Which I'm thinking to myself, number one, if I'm the girl, I'm freaking out at this point, because this is the least sexy thing that could possibly happen in a club like this.
And number 2 is the guy. Can you actually finish with that kind of pressure?
Maybe if you're a porn star, I don't know. But finally, you walked up and grabbed his ankle and was basically dragging him off this girl. You're like, dude, your girl's downstairs crying.
God.
You're leaving now. And so he leaves, and then the lady who's laying there was like, aww.
And then
I'm
Mr.
like,
Adams stepped in.
no, he did not. But
Why not? Aren't you a team player?
Unfortunately, there was already an I in that team.
Okay.
And it was one of those things. It's just like, oh, dude, what's wrong with you? But
Me or him?
no, him,
No.
not
Okay,
you.
cool. Yeah.
I know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
So, but admittedly, that's the only time I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's us going all the time.
I do revel in those awkward situations sometimes.
It was awkward. It was funny.
It was funny. As a bystander, it was funny.
Other people were finishing up and watching just so that they could watch. It was like this great, horrible television show. So for you then,
Yep.
what's your, like, the couples that you're like, or the people or couples that you're like, God, you don't belong here?
Okay, so I do have one very specific situation that happened probably 4 or 5 months ago now. A couple came in, and from the get-go, there was tension with them, between them and the staff. And the staff member A... Okay, so the staff member came in and told me that this couple had a bit of attitude at the door, and they were just a bit off, just generally off, just asking questions that didn't seem right at the time, and just a bit pushy and aggressive in their general attitude. Pointed them out to me. I had a look at them, and yeah, you could see they were sort of in that landing area down by the stairs of the boudoir room, just below the bar. Just had a scowl on their face, looking at people talk, and I nudged Jess and go, maybe go talk to them, get them to try and talk to the group, because there was a couple of our friends there, and there was a couple of people there, as it was still the early part of the night, and saying, let's try and get them to mix in. Tried, hey guys, come in, and they just sort of turned their nose up, shook their head. Okay, we tried. Maybe they're just here to watch, or just people watch. Who knows what they're doing? A short time later, they just kept asking the stuff. So is this it? That as soon as they started asking questions like that, they're on my shit list, and I'm not interested. And it's just like, get out. Okay, I don't want you here. Is this it? And it's basically 40 minutes into them being there, they decided to leave, and got escorted out by the staff member just to see them out, and they just like go, this is a bullshit place, you know, you said that there's going to be only couples here, I can see all these single men and all these prostitutes, and it's like, and the staff is, what are you talking about? And it's like, these are all couples here, like you haven't even spoken to any of them. And she goes, you're full of shit, this place is fucked, and you're just all liars. And it was almost nonsensical, and And I told my staff member, again, next time something like that happens, come and tell me so I can go and talk to them, because this just makes zero sense. And then the next day I got an email from this person, you know, basically saying the same stuff, and I was very happy to fault correct him and tell him.
But he also said that our staff member was, you know, rude to him, didn't listen to what he said.
Yeah, and it's like this particular staff member is the nicest person.
Yeah,
he has a beautiful American service where he's like, you know what, he's gonna work for his money, and he will make sure your service and your time there is absolutely impeccable.
And I've never seen him get cross with anyone.
I've never seen him angry.
No, I don't think he has anger in his bones.
And I've tried to push his buttons.
Yeah.
All of them.
So that
I've tried. And I will continue to try.
I'll keep pushing it.
So that's a horrible couple to me. It's like, obviously what Jess said is also valid. And it's this they come in with this preconceived idea of what's happening, and then they get there, something doesn't quite match up with their expectations, and then they just start making judgments, and like that whole thing about we had single guys there, and because in their mind this was true, and obviously it's upsetting to think that they really actually thought this, even though it's completely the opposite. You just want to slap the truth into them a little bit, but you know you
can't do that.
You can't do that. I know. Okay.
But it's
not
true.
legal yet.
And it's a really good point that when you go into, you know, a club like this, but realistically any club, you often will go in with this sort of preconceived notion of what you expect. So, you know, if I go into a bar and I expect there to be a selection of wines, a selection of beers, and a selection of cocktails, and all I go to is a wine and cocktail bar, and I wanted a beer, well, I went to a bar. I expect to have a beer. You know, it's that sort of stupid, naive, preconceived notion of what you think it is. I'm getting more alcohol.
Ooh, I think somebody likes you.
Give me some. Give me
by the
some
way,
vino.
Lawrence, next time somebody says that the place is full of single guys and porn stars, and I'm there, please tell me, because
I will come over.
I've never felt like a porn star, and I will totally give him a blowjob, a porn star blowjob.
Wow.
What's a blowjob? What is that?
Challenge accepted. There's a lot of tears involved, a little bit of gagging.
Yeah.
She's usually on her back, and you can see the cock in her throat.
About down to here.
About down to there. Well, mine's up to here, but you know, I'll still tap the tonsils, as I like to call it.
Knob slobbing.
That is a porn star blowjob. I sort of lost my train of thought there after the porn star blowjob
Sorry,
thing.
sorry.
It was great. Okay, so those are some positive, negative type people. Okay,
All
so
right,
we had to
and,
take a quick pause there, but that leads me to the reason for the pause, and then the reason for this next question, which is the golden shower.
Oh my god. Guys, I told you I needed to pee. That was a pause, not a golden shower.
No, I know that, and nobody knew it was you that had to pee until you just admitted it to the world.
I realized
Oh, laws. Baby doll had to pee.
Because number one, everybody pees.
Yes.
There's a book
not
called
on
Everybody
everybody.
Poops as well.
Yes, but anyway, which leads us into scatological life. Golden showers, yes or no?
No. Oh, wait. Actually, sorry.
Whoa.
I will happily do it on someone, but I won't receive one.
So you're happy to just like.
I'm happy to give, but
Yeah.
I won't take.
So after the giving, are you then want to play with them, or do they have to shower first?
Have a shower.
Okay. And you?
Yeah, like, I think at the moment, like if someone said, "I want you to pee on me," I'd go, "Okay." I mean, if
I
that's what
respect
makes
their likes.
if that makes you happy, but if someone said, "I want to pee on you," I go, "That's not going to happen." I don't. Yeah, I've thought about it, and I thought, would I be okay with that? And I ultimately come to the conclusion of no. Even like, mentally, I can't get there.
Have you seen people do it at the club?
No.
No.
So what's the strangest thing you've seen at the club?
Don't know.
Has anybody? So I guess you
hard to
wouldn't
answer
know
that because
because
what's
Nothing's
strange?
strange to us.
Oh, well, that's both.
Well, like, I mean, if
that's
you
both
ask,
awesome and telling.
if you ask just the random person on the street, and they go, "Do you think it's strange that you just see like
Random
random
people.
group sex?"
Fair
and
enough.
they go, "That's what?" Like, but that's a Friday night.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so like.
So can I ask if so you have that really big shower up in the orgy room where it has like 4 shower heads.
Mm-hmm.
Has any ones or groups used that for any kind of golden shower activities or any kind of fetish, anything that you've seen or heard of?
Not that I've
From
heard
staff
of.
members?
Yeah, no, I haven't even heard it because
Okay.
ultimately we're not up there a lot. Like
Yeah.
between us and the staff.
Yeah. We're not sitting there watching you guys do what you do.
Right,
So
right.
you have fun.
But
you do your own
sometimes you
thing.
might walk in, you know.
I
But
will
yeah.
say it does always seem like there's those times when I take a break and I stop to look around and there's somebody. I mean, I know what you guys are doing. You're only there to see, can I change the sheets? Do we need new towels? Do the condoms need refilled? How's the lube? But it always seems like I will always pause at the time to look at somebody, and then we do the wave thing that's like a Muppet wave where I'm like, "Hi!" It's like a Kermit the Frog style wave where like my hand is only barely connected to my wrist.
Like, hey, look what I'm doing.
Yeah, look who I'm fucking now.
No hands.
And then I get the look back and it's like, God damn it, just
fuck me already.
you're doing no, not from the partner, from one of you all.
It's full partner.
And you guys are like, oh, for fuck's sake, just do it already.
Because it's
I wanna
2:30
go.
and we want to start.
I want to
getting
go
there.
home. and we have had that from your staff where we come down and it's clear we're ready to leave, and we get the, it's 2 a.m. Please go home. And you're like, yeah, sorry, we're packing up. No, I'm just saying, please go home.
We're wishing it. We're not
Yeah.
telling you at the
No,
moment.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, are we the last ones here? No, there's still 3 couples in the spa.
Sometimes it's a little like, obviously we want people to have their fun and that's what they've come there to do. But sometimes we've had a long day. It's like, we've been in that club a lot longer than just at 8:30.
Well, you guys have the real world as well.
Yeah.
So you have the real life and then this fun life.
And I think,
Yeah.
as patrons, we all have to respect that. We have to respect that yes, you have a life outside of the club.
Inconceivable.
And also that it does close at a certain time. So, I mean, realistically, let's think this through. If you're still in the spa at 2 a.m., chances are you're going to want to play at some point. So you come out of the spa sometime post 2 a.m., and then you go play, and that takes time, and you're still supposed to be gone by 3 a.m. So you add up the timeline, and admittedly, you see people in there at 2, and you're like, no, this isn't going to happen. They're not going to be gone by 3. So you know you're in for a long night.
On the bright side, at least you're not like other clubs we've been to, which is, at 2:30 you're like, you have 20 minutes to play. Fuck or go home.
Sounds sexy.
2:30 comes up, you have 15 minutes to play. Fuck or go home. Great.
Yeah.
Turns me on. Nothing turns me on like
An old woman yelling at you.
Like Grover or Oscar the Grouch screaming at me to fuck or go home.
Oh, I was going to say one of Marge's sisters.
Oh, Selma. Hattie or Selma. Yeah.
Hattie.
Yeah.
That's that smoker's voice you got.
I love you. Now fuck me or go home.
Say not looks wise, but smoker voice wise.
So theme parties. Theme parties, of course, huge, big, awesome thing at the club. I think everybody knows Mrs. Adams and my favorite theme party is the Glow Party. What is y'all's favorite party? Like the parties that each month you look forward to?
Because we have, let's go through the common ones. Our Glow Party, Masquerade.
Sexy in his shirt.
Sexy in his shirt, yeah.
Newbie Fridays.
Oh, yeah,
Meet and Mingle Fridays.
Those are good ones, yeah.
Are we missing any?
Those are
Well,
the
now we're
common
looking
ones.
at adding into the roster the activewear party, which will be on the 5th Saturday of any month that it occurs.
Ooh,
Okay.
all right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes there's 5
Yeah.
weekends
Yeah.
in a month.
Have a little cheeky fun on those times,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cheeky fun. Look at you.
The activewear,
Okay.
yeah.
Me personally, it is Glow Party. One, because I can dress the most comfortably in that. I get to wear like the white OSS t-shirt and the white shorts and the
Sneakers and be
sneakers.
relaxed. Yes.
And I'll be more relaxed as opposed to the this the tied up
When you have to look sexy.
when I have to look a bit more formal and professional. And it is more fun, like especially with the paint, like it forms that interactive element to the crowd. I particularly love when the ladies say, "Can you paint a body part of mine?" I go, "Sure," and I just slap some paint on my hands and get your boobs out. And usually they're more than happy to oblige, and then there's a big 2 handprints on the boobies, and away we go. And it is such a great icebreaker.
You have such a hard job.
You don't give them a mushroom stamp?
It's a mushroom stamp.
Oh my God! What is wrong with Australians? Every American knows what a mushroom stamp is. So, what do you dip in paint and then smack on somebody's forehead to make it look like a mushroom?
Okay.
What?
Like the cut
No.
penis.
No.
A cut penis looks like
Yeah,
a mushroom.
I get it.
Uncut guys don't do it.
No.
No.
That's just how it is. Anyway. Anyway.
Sorry. Okay,
Sorry,
so
so flat.
back to the conversation. My favorite party is I think it's a mingle party, to be honest. I think because you get to meet so many new people, but it's in a vanilla environment where you can go out, have a drink, relax. You're still in, everyday environment, and you're not freaking out. It's nice. It's fun to watch.
I will say it's really funny because what you guys both described was our 2 favorite nights. We love the Glow Party for everything that you said it was. It's such a great icebreaker.
Yeah.
It makes logical sense. It's sexy. It's cute. It's fun.
And I would say overall, though, both of those nights have social elements to them.
Yeah.
And that's what we really enjoy, is the social bit.
Inherently, in the actual theme, there's social elements. You mean like
Right.
because they're all obviously social.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But it's easier and the social interaction is more encouraged, I would say, in those ones.
Yeah.
Or it's easier to see coming into it, maybe.
Yeah. Well, obviously the mingle is it's the drinking. The mingle it's in the title, and the Glow Party. Oh God,
God.
fucking around with these.
Baby doll wants to play with Lawrence's balls, and he's trying to hide them from her. It's a mess over here, people.
She's trying to make me do magic, and I'm not going to do it anymore.
Apparently, Baby doll wants Mr. Adam to hide Lawrence's balls.
No,
and I
somehow he
don't
did this
know.
magical trick. So I was listening to you guys, and then all of a sudden he had one ball in one hand. And I got so distracted.
It's a bisexual podcast.
Stop juggling the balls.
Maybe
God! Keep
maybe
one ball at a
maybe no
time.
one's never told you this, Bradford. But Baby doll over there, she's a bit of a possum, and like she'll go to wherever.
I'm a squirrel. Squirrel! Squirrel!
Squirrel.
Well, we have
It's
possums
squirrel.
here.
A squirrel.
We have possums here in Australia.
Squirrel.
So for our American friends, it's a squirrel. For the Australian friends, it's a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I run around like a crazy person.
Okay.
Squirrel.
So your favorite party?
What? The mingle.
Oh, you
already
did say the
said.
mingle.
I said that.
Well,
I
sorry.
was like, what?
And I wasn't
Don't
listening to
change
you
it.
the entire time because I was doing
Because
magic.
you got distracted.
So yes.
all the-
That's right. Because I was saying was we agree with both you guys. Is that you like the glow party because of the interactive, and that's what we like, and we like the meet and mingle because we get to talk to people in a very non-threatening,
Invasive
Yeah,
way.
we're fully clothed, and so if you
Yeah.
like us, then you're gonna love us naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till you see
Bam,
this.
wham, wham.
So then, what's your least favorite?
Oh, I mean, I guess it just have to be just.
General nights.
Sometimes they're not even my least. I don't know.
General night on a Friday. Actually, no, sorry, Saturday. Actually, you know what?
Do you have a least favorite? I don't think
No
you
least
do.
favorites. They're just
When I'm not
all
there.
after our favorite
My
party. They're
least
all
favorite's when
second.
I'm not there. No, to be honest, like our least favorite's when we're not there because we literally sit there and worry about it.
Yeah.
My least favorite was when I'm not there, I'm not looking after that place, and I'm like, fuck, what's happening?
It's like your baby, and so you want to make sure that things are good and people are having a
Yeah.
good time. And
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've seen that recently where you guys come in on a Saturday night and you
Yeah.
actually have a date and you go out and go away. So how does that? Can you?
Can we
Pendulum
date?
party kind of sucks.
No. No.
so can you, if you do that,
Don't
if
you
you,
like it? Sucks.
if you go out on like
Only from the glory hole. And one of his
Stop it.
balls just smacked him in his face.
So if you do have a date on a Friday or Saturday night when the club is open, are you able to fully enjoy it,
No.
or are you still thinking about what could be going on?
We're still
No.
getting texts from
Yeah.
the staff, up until well, Jess does. Up
So
until
yeah,
about
we try to
12,
limit
1
as
o'clock in the
much
morning.
text towards Lawrence as possible.
Is it because he is?
He worries more than I do,
Yeah.
but I think that's
Yeah.
coming from like a customer service background where,
Yeah.
you know what, little things that happen, I've learned not to overreact.
Because you can't sweat the small
There's
stuff.
only so much you
100%.
can do.
And
Yeah.
then there has to be errors in every single business. Like, it's a natural thing. Like, shit's not going to be amazing. Trust me.
Yeah.
It will never
Oh, he's got
be
an angry
perfect.
face on.
I mean, my shit's
It'll never
amazing.
be perfect.
But,
It has to be. There has to be errors in every single thing you do because it's how you learn and it's how you grow.
Wow, that's deep.
That's deep.
Oh, shut up. It's true. I can
No.
talk about business. Talk about my life. I'm fucking shit.
I know what I know what you're saying. I mean, it makes sense. But and sometimes it's hard to sort of separate the reality from the
Fantasy?
Yeah, from the fantasy.
Yeah.
And so when you imagine that something could be going wrong, you're suddenly like, holy shit, things are going wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I think it happened last or a couple of weeks back.
2 weeks ago.
It doesn't usually happen, but there was an aggressive customer, and they'd been to the club before, but then this time there was a bit of a switch in their personality, and we weren't there, and our manager had to deal with it, and just get them to calm down, leave the club quietly, whereas we found out after the fact, and obviously I was concerned, but obviously it handled it, and it was okay. But that's something that I'd like to be there for,
Yeah.
because I don't want any of our staff to have to deal with something. In the worst case scenario, they start getting physically violent. That's a problem. Not that that's ever happened, but
It's also because we're very protective of our staff. Like,
Yeah.
it's just as much as if someone says something bad about Lawrence, I will dump my gun. I'll be super rude,
I've
super
seen-
upset.
I've seen both of you guys like.
You're very protective of your staff.
You guys are immediately like on
Yeah.
grr
Yeah.
when it comes to anything that's said about your staff.
But I will
hear
say
that.
though,
Like, customer is not always right. You say anything about the staff, you are wrong.
Yeah.
but I will say, you are very protective of your staff and each other. But, at the same time, I can understand where you want to ensure that people have a good experience. And if there is someone that is causing a problem or causing others to not have a good experience, you want to be able to take care of that. If you're not there, you have to then trust that you have good staff on hand, which you do, to take care of it, and they did. And so that's validation that you
Yeah.
do have great staff, you've hired great people, and they can handle it in the event that you're not there. But I still understand wanting to be there to take care of it, because that's what I would want to do.
No, and I
Yeah.
understand that as well. It's but again, it goes back to it goes to the quality of the staff that you guys hire.
Yeah.
You guys hire people who are both completely open and understanding of the environment that they're in, and they're also capable of dealing with issues as they come up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you've traveled, you've been to clubs in Europe. I know you've been to one in Montreal, Toronto, whatever. What do you see in other clubs that you're like, oh wow, I'd love to start in ours?
The nightclub vibe.
Yeah.
So like
I mean-
dancing and
No, you can't, I kind of, that's...
Yeah, exactly
like,
that.
Yeah. So, okay. So, dancing sort of thing, but we want that split vibe where you have that idea where you can dance, you can hang out, have that lounge environment. You go to that nightclub, but hey, once you meet that gorgeous couple, that gorgeous person, you're like, fuck, I want to have sex with them. They're amazing. You can't do that in a nightclub. It's not... it's not allowed.
Sure.
But
They
we-
frown on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We want to be that place that goes, hey, you've just met that hot couple or that hot guy on that dance floor. You're grinding up against him. I want to go and have sex with him.
I think the names escape me at the moment, but the owners of Crystal
Russian
Club,
dolls.
Crystal Club in
Venice?
Venice, said it beautifully. They just go, the idea of the clubs that we have should not be about the sex that you expect or hope to have. It should be about going out, having some fun with your partner, having some drinks, and getting to have a dance or socially interacting. And then if you get the chance to hook up with someone else or another couple or whoever, that is the bonus. It shouldn't be the focus. Because if it becomes your focus of the night and it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter how good the club was, you're ultimately disappointed.
That's perfect. Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
No, and we've seen that with couples. I say customers. We've seen that with couples before, where you start talking to them, and it's clear that their goal is to hook up. That's their only goal.
That's fine, and some people have that goal.
And you're right, but that's sort of, if you don't hook up, then whose fault is that?
Yeah.
And we never blame ourselves. We always
Because-
blame the environment. And so that's why one of the things that Mrs. Abna and I like to do is we go places, especially our secret spot. I would say we have sex there 2/3 of the time, but 1/3 of the time we're there, and it's just a social experience. It's because we feel safe there, we like the people there. It's a social
And you're
sort of
around
thing.
like-minded people that you don't have to censor yourself, and you
Yeah.
can flirt with, and there's still that sexy time even if you don't actually have sex. And that's the other thing as well, is looking at how you define sex. Is it actual intercourse, penis and vagina, or is it that sexy time with a couple where you're flirting and having fun, maybe even a little foreplay, but you may not go all the way with them. And so what do you define as sex is the other thing as
and
well.
we're always happy, with just the soft swap.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna do a little soft swap and then we go back to our original partners, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I mean, that's still a successful night, but
Yeah.
it's I get what you're saying, having maybe a little more of that, because I feel like you guys you have the beginning of that. You've got that feeling of people. We know people who go there and they may not swap, but they still have sex there, and they still talk to other couples, and they build those relationships with other couples, but they may not do a full swap.
Yeah. I think the way our club is set up structurally ultimately pulls you in that direction of it is about the sex, which I think is something that we're looking at changing slowly. So there's more activities to do apart from being focused on the sex, obviously the nightclub vibe is what we're going for, where more centered around dancing, having a drink, things like a pool table, or we've toyed with the idea of having a jukebox, so they can
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you can choose your own kind of
Yeah.
music in a certain area.
Then you can really age yourself.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Elvis
So there's
comes
more
on.
activities to do than apart from just... Because at the moment, the way we are is you talk to some people downstairs in the lounge room and then, well, there's really only one other thing to do now.
Yeah. You want to go upstairs?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's my favorite line ever, but yeah.
You use that quite often.
Yeah.
And so, but if there's other things to do, you might do them and you might say, look, I'm just happy just having a dance tonight. I'm just happy playing pool tonight. I'm just happy drinking some cocktails tonight. Whereas we don't really have that at the moment. So that's, and I think we've said it before. I don't know if we've said it on this podcast before, but we've seen two distinct styles of club around the world, here in Australia and around the world. And the ones like ours, where it's more of a lounge setting, and it's smaller. You're meeting a few couples, and you might go upstairs and have a play, or wherever the play areas are in that particular club, or it's the dance club, nightclub, with an addition of a play areas somewhere else within the venue. And it's almost what's the word, ancillary to the whole venue.
Right.
And
It's a nightclub with the option for sex, not a sex club with the option for dance.
And generally, they have been the more popular clubs
Yeah.
in all those cities that we've been to.
I would say my only request is to have an area where people can go and just be quiet and talk.
Yeah.
That's not a bedroom.
No. Like a lounge room. That's
Yeah, exactly.
You can still have
It'd
the
be
nightclub.
lounge room and then you dance.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to work out of how you're going to have that dance floor area where you've got that, the light, like the lasers and the sound that's all, is
in your skull.
Yeah, and it consumes you, and then the space where you can have a breather, you can talk to the person, and you can sit a couple of meters away from, the person you're trying to talk to and still be able to talk.
Yeah.
So it's that.
That is an interesting point, because it is nice to have the dance floor and to have that area where you can, be vibrant and alive. But then once you meet that couple, it's nice to be able to have, a little bit of conversation with them before going straight upstairs or to the playrooms. And so, but it can be very hard, to have an area that's not necessarily silent, but quiet enough at least to talk.
Yeah, what I
And to have
envision,
that.
and this is just me, would be an area where we can have dancing and then say, hey, do you want to go play pool? Or not darts, because I can see that.
Because I'd win.
Yes, because you would win.
Supposedly I'm very good at like darts and pool. Isn't that right, Mr. Law? How did you react after the first time I beat you at pool?
Ooh.
Oh wait, sorry. The second time I beat you after pool. Actually, sorry, I'll repeat that. The second time I beat you and two other guys at pool.
Shit just got real. But I will say, you're not alone in that, because Mrs. Adam is a pool shark because she played on a league in the States. So I've seen her walk up to guys and go, I don't know how to play this game. Want to show me? And then she takes and clears the table.
Well, according to Mr. Law, I didn't know how to play even though I had a pool table as a kid. How was the boxes when you were the second round?
I feel like the tension levels were
Wow,
rising.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Law and his friends had to wear boxes while me and my girls wore our full outfits.
Was this was this
Are
strip
there
pool?
pictures of this?
It was strip pool because
Okay.
we had so we'd gone away for the Easter weekend.
Do we
and
have
taken a
pictures
few
of this?
We didn't because I don't know why. Actually, why? I don't know.
Because the ladies weren't prepared.
Wait,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the ladies were not organising that.
We were prepared, but we were good at our game.
So this is what we can do at the club. That's what we need. Strip pool.
Strip
Oh
pool.
yeah, it's up to you
Strip
how
pool,
you
strip
govern those
poker.
games.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, I'm not
Both
going
the
to tell you
same.
what to do. It's just the pool table and some sticks. Go for it.
Oh wow, I'm good with sticks, balls, pockets.
Well,
I like to sink things. Anyway, so okay, then my memory of being in the States, one of the things that I liked about one of the clubs that we went to was the fact that they rolled out a rolling buffet at 1 a.m.
Yeah, a lot of these places just full
1
on eating.
a.m.
Yeah, at 1 a.m. they brought out.
Well, because they were open from, I don't know, let's say 8 p.m. sometime in the evening, but they're also open until 6, 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And so they want to keep you there, so they bring out a full buffet, a lot of food, coffee,
It was
everything.
like coffee,
Okay,
tea.
if they brought me
Yeah.
out oysters, they'd be like, I'm staying here forever.
But it was also like, I remember this big pasta dish, but they also had
Okay, Lawrence is
croissants.
there forever.
If they had croissants ready for breakfast,
They had chocolate covered croissants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was kind of amazing.
So yeah, they had the pasta to keep you going, the chocolate covered croissants. They had bagels. I mean, they had everything. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. So I would like to see that. That's my request. Is just serve coffee.
We're actually thinking about getting food at the club. Have we told you about this?
No, we haven't. We haven't. Wait till Mrs. Adam comes back.
I'm right here. I didn't go that far.
Okay, good. This is actually exciting. This is something that we do want to bring to the club.
Okay.
And
The current club.
the current club.
Yeah.
So there's a little bar restaurant a couple of doors up from us called the Our House, which I think you spoke
Oh my God! Okay, you've heard it here first.
and we've been talking to them about doing a small version of their menu at the club.
Because they're amazing.
Because they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If I
And-
wasn't having sex in
I'm
your all's
sorry.
club, I'd be having sex in their
They
restaurant.
have oysters.
Their oysters
they have-
are to die
Yes,
for.
wait,
Oh.
can we have sex with the bartender?
Wait,
Wait, which one?
which one?
The main bartender. We're not going to say his name on here.
I'm not going to
because-
say it on
Oh.
here. Come
Can-
No,
on.
wait,
Can
the
you
taller one or the shorter one?
Yes, the tall one.
Taller one. Oh, really?
Oh, I like him. Anyway,
Okay, that makes sense.
he's adorable.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Anyway.
Sherry explained it. So
Anyway.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
So cute. I love him.
Wow,
Anyway, so
good.
we've been speaking with.
I'm not eating the oysters he fed me. Come on.
Yeah, we've spoken to them about putting on a menu, and they're open to it. So we've just got to nut out exactly what it's going to be, and then put it into the club.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're having a silent conversation
they're
and
having a-
mouthing things to
They're
each
having
other.
a girl
The
conversation.
girls are having a girl conversation, mouthing. Oh god, stop! You can't do this to the poor listeners. They're gonna want to know.
Wait, really? Did you?
No, we didn't.
No.
We haven't done anything.
No, you. You.
No.
I would love to, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly what they're asking about is, have we
Not
actually
clearly.
hooked up with the bartender?
No.
The
No, no,
answer
no.
is no.
No,
we
no,
have
no.
not.
It was not hooked up. Have you blown?
No, he has a
That's a
partner.
hookup.
That's a hookup.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Sorry.
of sorts.
Wow.
But he has a partner. I'm not going to do that without permission of everybody involved. Yeah.
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 Oh, I didn't know that.
What, the permission part or the
No,
partner part?
no, the partner part.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
exciting. I think that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's like
We're
my
bringing
favorite.
merch to the club as well.
But
Do
what's her
tell.
name? What's her name?
So there's an artist that we noticed when we went to
No,
cocktail
stop.
bar. And,
Oh, snap.
When I took you.
okay, when Jess took me to a cocktail bar, Jesus Christ. When we went to a cocktail bar in the city called Rambling Rascals, and I noticed the artwork on the wall, and I really liked it, and I just noticed the artist's name. I looked her up on Instagram and sent her a message, and have now commissioned her to design a print for a t-shirt, which we're going to obviously put onto a t-shirt, and some other things. I think we sort of booty shorts and something else. There are a couple other little things.
Sportswear?
Ooh, for the activewear party.
Ooh, you should do a tank top
Yeah.
for guys. so
Yeah,
we can rip
maybe.
it off.
I think
Maybe.
we did a guy's
Or-
one.
I just think we just wanted a couple of items, something that you could just frame easily,
Yeah.
and then because forever we'll just going, where can we put this merch? Right, you're gonna need a cabinet or a little
Yeah.
cabinet to sell. And then
Oh,
we went
wait.
to a place and we saw that they had it just framed, and they say merchandise available, and you put the price next to it. Within this, and I'm like, that's so simple. Why the hell didn't I think of this earlier? And so that's what we're gonna
Like,
do.
dude, you just described every restaurant in the States.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
And
So-
I'll totally wear your merchandise at
I'm gonna
at
wear
the
mine.
gym. When I'm at the gym, I will wear it.
I can't wait to get
Yeah.
it because I'm going to be wearing it everywhere. And so that's just going to be my
That's
day-to-day
your
uniform.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
You need to cut that out.
Wow.
Where did that
Yeah,
go?
it's on your butt.
I may have just hit Mr. Adam in the head with Lawrence's balls.
Wait, she threw him across the table, so.
My nice brightly coloured leather balls.
Yes.
Leather balls. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
They're pleather at best.
Oh.
They're
Snap.
vegan juggling balls.
You tell the vegan girls that.
Yeah, sure.
You do it.
Yeah.
Sure. That's awesome. Merchandise is
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. So that's.
I mean, those are big moves
You've
for
got a
them.
lot
Yeah.
to work on here coming up.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the booty shorts were just going to have our logo on it. That was the
On the ass, of course.
on the arse, yeah,
Yeah.
on one of the cheeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Left or right?
We haven't decided that. It's a very important question.
It is, yeah.
We haven't
All right.
fully decided. Okay.
Yeah.
Jess is indicating right side.
I would agree with right.
I
Right
would
side,
agree.
strong side.
Right is
That
right,
was-
left is wrong.
Yeah, that was my first reaction.
Yeah.
Was right side.
Yep. Okay.
So if you
No.
every interview situation where you have like the late shows, every late show, you have the person on the right side has power, left side is not. So that's why you always see the person who's doing interviewing on the right side because they're in power.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Is that because most people are right hand dominant and so they go that side first?
I have no idea why, but
Okay.
that's just it's a rule.
Okay.
I don't make the rules.
This is a bit of a segue here, but it's seen in when you're trying to convey power, especially through images. A lot of the times they use like the U.S. president as their example. The president will stand as you're looking at the photo on the left hand side because their hand is over the top
Oh
as
yeah,
they're shaking the hand.
fair enough.
Okay.
Unless you're our U.S. president currently, in which nobody wants to touch him.
Who was it? The Canadian?
Oh God, he's so hot.
Canadian Prime Minister.
Yes,
Yes.
Trudeau.
No,
Justin
who was the
Trudeau?
guy that
Justin
was like
Trudeau.
he like sort of pulled him back a little bit?
I don't know, but Justin Trudeau is hot. Anyway,
He's very hot.
Hot.
I will agree.
Yes. Yes.
sploosh.
Is it
Anyway.
Canada?
If
Oh,
he
let's
ever
get
if he ever
from.
comes down to Australia, please let us know.
And I'm not a big fan of
Australia.
Canada. Sorry, Canadians.
Australia.
but, you know.
Australia.
Australia, cunt.
Australia, cut. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that really what we sound like?
Yeah.
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 To us.
Oh my god.
So, final words. Like, any final words on the club? Like, I mean, so everybody knows. I mean, if you just now starting listening to this podcast and this is your first episode, we're really sorry. Normally it's under a little more control.
Really?
Shut up. Back in your box, woman.
Okay. What?
I said back in your box.
Fine. Fuck. Jesus.
Yeah, no, our secret spot is one of those places that we love because it is one of those places where we feel safe and we know that we can express ourselves without any negative ramifications.
And we
on-
always have a good time.
Yeah, on anything we do. Yeah, it's the first place that I had shibari done. There's a lot of firsts that we have had at OSS, and I really hope that
Our
we
first
have.
18-some, or I don't know
Yeah.
how many people were in
Yeah.
that room. Yeah.
It's like 17 and 3/4 some.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That may or may not have been amputee, we're not sure.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
Pregnant.
Why do you always go?
Because he's done an amputee. Oh, sorry. We have done an amputee.
That's another podcast.
Yes.
I suddenly want to know all about this.
It's not a bad thing. It's great.
No, yeah.
It's a bucket list.
Oh yeah, the random stories that we have.
It just hit me that I remember some of the random stories we were going to talk about, but we don't have time for them now. So we're going to have to save these
Yeah,
stories
we're
for
gonna do it
another
again.
podcast.
Yeah. Aw,
God
shame.
damn it. Okay, so we talked too much about the club. Next time we talk about random experiences.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Deal.
Deal.
So yeah, any final thoughts from you, Law?
I'm all good.
Don't drink red wine.
Yeah.
It gives
So,
you red teeth.
wait. Like, if people like mention our podcast, do they get a discount coming into the club?
Yeah, you pay $2.50.
Wow.
Great. You pay more. Great.
Oh yeah, you pay more. Sorry, $2.50 is more.
Mrs. Adam, do you have anything positive after that dick move?
Well, positive, I would say absolutely go because we love the place and
But don't tell them you know us.
Yeah.
right.
Clearly.
Don't tell them you know us, but it's very likely you'll probably see us there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get my own locker.
You guys are getting recognized
And
in
I
voice
will
now by some
say-
people.
Yeah, we
I
are.
will say though that if you do have questions for Jess and Lawrence, let us know because they'll be on again, and we can always do a Q&A with them if you have anything that you'd particularly like to know or specifics or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Any questions
So,
you want to know? What it's like to own a club? Their
the goods,
positives,
the
negatives.
bads, everything.
The
'cause-
ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like anything, it's work, so there's always going to be bads, but there's going to be a lot of positives.
it's true.
So we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Go
right.
ahead and prepare, Lawrence.
All right.
Well, with that, we're gonna
Yeah.
call it a close because Baby Doll just ran into the bathroom. So we're gonna
Ooh, golden shower time.
We're-
Yes.
we're gonna edit her response out. I love it. Oh my gosh! You can listen to By the Boy, mate.
Wow.
That's what she sounds like in my head.
Right now, she'll be going.
So if you want to follow us, we are on Twitter at By the By Podcast. Go to our website, www.bytheby.com.au. Facebook, we are at www.facebook.com/bythebydpodcast. You can email us theatomsoflove@gmail.com. If you are looking to find the Law and Baby Doll, on Twitter you are at,
Our secret spot.
yeah, on Instagram,
Our secret spot.
on Snapchat.
OSS_Sydney. Damn it!
I thought he was going to be a broken record.
I knew I could get you somewhere. But you guys are also on the interwebs, www.oursecretspot.com.au.
That is correct.
Yeah, see, I know your website. It's like if I start typing www on my phone, your website comes up first, and it's a work phone.
Oh dear.
So yeah, so follow them everywhere you can follow them.
And us as well, and please leave us a review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see y'all next time.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.